There's lots of reasons why God tells us no. Sometimes it's to protect us. Sometimes it's to say that's not the plan that you made before you came down here to earth with, the people that you were supposed to meet in certain places. And so say for instance, you wish to be a millionaire, right? And that isn't fitting into God's plan, although it fits into yours and what you want to do for others or help or do the right thing, which is awesome. That's how we should be. We should always be wanting to help and do good. And if you have that frame of mindset to help and do good for others, you're going to automatically be rich at heart and want to do the right thing, right? It ain't going to be something that you have to try at. It's going to be naturally to you, just like the riches of the heart and being grateful are naturally rich to you. So that'll bring about riches in your life when you're grateful, when you're thankful, when you care, when you're there for others and nobody else could be. And you make God your sanctuary, something that is sacred here on earth. God's love gives birth to all of us, and his soul and his heart and his love. And there's nothing like him above. There's nothing like him below. He's the only one who loves us this much and ever so. We can help each other to grow. We can help each other to know God for the time we're here. But truly, it's up to us, my dear, to how we're going to react in this world. To doing what we're supposed to do as opposed to doing what we think we're supposed to do. Right? So, when a parent tells a child no, it's like, no, that doesn't fit into our plans right now. And he doesn't always mean no forever. So you're the parent, right? You're supposed to be guiding your child and helping them, healing them, and putting them to the right direction in life. And there's nobody that can do that but you, right? There's nobody that can do that but God when it comes to you being his child in this world and in his light and in his life. So when he tells you no, maybe say, like as a parent, we have something we have to do and the kid wants to go somewhere and we're like, hey, not right now, but soon, right? And maybe the child doesn't understand that. And, to us children on earth, a few years is a long time, and it isn't a long time to God. And he could be like, hey, right now, you gotta wait. And that's okay. It's going to be okay that you have to wait. But it's perfect timing, and it's something we're not used to because we're like, we want it right now, or we want it sooner than, sooner than we can have it here. And we have to remember he's the parent, and he's the one who's like, you know what? I got other plans for you. You got other plans that you agreed to before you came here, and we got to, we got to wait on that one, and we'll get to that. And then there's some times where it's simply no good for you, and it could have turned your life into something bad, and people could have, did whatever to take advantage of you or something wrong, and could have ended your life too soon because you did get given $1 million and it didn't end up working out well, or billions of dollars, trillions. Who cares what the amount is? The point is to stick to the plan that God made. And know that if you have a good heart and you have good purposes for wealth, know that all wealth comes from God. All prosperity comes from him. Not just in Jerusalem, but here in your heart, within you. And if you have the riches within the heart, right? And you're grateful, that which will you have more, Christ said. But that are not grateful and don't care, that much more will be taken away. So concentrate on the positive light in your heart that brings forth God's days, His ways, His light, His hope, His love from above. Because we don't live here long, my love, but we are from Him that is one and true and the Creator. And on this earth, on this world, only His love guides us in the way it needs to. And we need to pay attention to Him instead of just the world that has been created among men. So remember, but it says in the Bible, as a man thinketh, so in his heart, therefore is he also. That means in your heart, be pure. If you have things that you want to bring to God and have Him, agree to, make sure it's to have a heart for others and then have a plan to do good for others. And then you might see that you may be blessed with all that prosperity. If you have an actual plan to, say set up a place for animals and kids or anything you're passionate about, that could be a vast variety of things in this world. Because passion is something that's a drive that comes from the heart and can't be taken away from you by anyone. You can have a crappy day and, like an artist like me, not want to create, but then you can have great days where you just want to create it all at once and you can't stop and you can't do enough good, right? So these things are real, and God means for you to think and to feel and not just be a part of some machine. And, I used to have this dream when I was a kid. It was kind of scary because I would look over and I would see my family members turning into robots, and the metal would start covering their face. It was have you guys ever seen that AI nanotechnology where the metal, it's black and it starts covering the face? Or, it goes where it's supposed to go with a magnetic field and is drawn by the magnetic field to move. So it was like that in the dream, and these people started turning into robots, and nanotechnology started eating them from the inside out, from their bone marrow to their organs to coming outside their face and them actually looking like machines. Yeah, it was a bad dream, but don't you see that with society, with them staying on the phones and becoming zombies and robots? It's okay to look at your phone for a little while and, do your thing. We all do, right? Especially if we're somewhere we're bored as hell and we got to sit there and wait for something. So we're you're going to pass the time with zooming in a porthole of going into somebody else's reality, right? Or something else's reality we're interested in and want to learn from. But the point is that when we think about who we are actually made from and a creator of God, we're meant to create and not just watch the creations. So you, as a soul, remember who you are. Remember where you came from, the heavens. God said you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know what that means? That means you're a part of Him. You're a part of God on earth. That is incredible. And nobody can take that away from you. Not this world, not anyone. Remember who you are. You're a beautiful, bright, shining star, and don't let anybody shoot you down. Because you ain't their clown. You're full of love from God above. Amen.